Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Today we have predictions for 4 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Indiana Pacers and Miami Heat. Man, this matchup between the Pacers and Heat has me intrigued. On one hand, you've got Indiana, a team that loves to push the tempo, firing on all cylinders offensively, but struggling to get stops when it matters. On the other hand, Miami's that grinded-out squad, leaning on their defense and home court mojo to pull through tough spots. This one feels like a classic clash of styles. Indiana's been a bit of a roller coaster lately. They're sitting 8th in the East, and while their record doesn't scream contender, they've had flashes of brilliance. They're coming off a rough stretch, though, losing 3 of their last 4 against some legit competition. Boston, Milwaukee, and OKC aren't exactly pushovers, so I'll cut them some slack. Pascal Siakam's addition has been a nice boost for them, bringing that two-way versatility they've needed. And Tyrese Halliburton, man, this guy can dish it like it's nobody's business. But he's been in a bit of a funk lately, not cracking double-digit assists in 4 straight. That's gotta change if they want to keep pace with Miami. Benedict Mathurin's showing signs of life, though. His game against the Bucks was electric, and you can tell he's starting to find his groove. Miles Turner is another guy I'm watching. He's got the size and skill to make a difference in the paint, especially against a Heat team that doesn't exactly dominate the boards. Indiana's got the tools, but their defense? Man, it's been rough. They're ranked 23rd in defensive efficiency, and against a team like Miami, that's asking for trouble. Speaking of the Heat, they've been heating up lately, pun intended, for wins in their last 5, and they're rock solid at home. Jimmy Butler is back in the mix after some time off, and while his scoring hasn't popped off yet, his presence is a game changer. Tyler Herro, though, this dude's been straight money. He's carrying the offensive load and looks like he's ready to punch his ticket to the All-Star game. Bam Adebayo's doing his thing, locking down the paint and grabbing boards, while guys like Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Duncan Robinson are stepping up when it counts. The Heat's defense is what really separates them, though. They're ranked top 10 in defensive efficiency, and when they lock in, it's tough to get anything easy. They've also handled back-to-backs pretty well this season, which tells me they've got the stamina and focus to handle this one. The Pacers have the rest advantage here, and their offense can really cook when they're on. But on the road, they've been shaky, and their defensive lapses are hard to ignore. Miami, meanwhile, thrives at home, and with Jimmy back and Herro balling out, I just feel like they've got the edge. I'm leaning toward the Heat in this one. They've got the poise, the defense, and the home court swagger to get it done. It might not be a blowout, but I see Miami grinding this one out and keeping their momentum rolling.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Boston Celtics and Minnesota Timberwolves. The Celtics and Timberwolves are squaring off again, and this one has all the makings of a classic showdown. Boston's coming into this game with one of the best road records in the league at 11-3, but they've been stumbling a bit lately, dropping 4 of their last 6 games. That's a rare rough patch for a team that's been a powerhouse all season. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves have been quietly piecing things together, winning 3 of their last 4, and they're looking to make a statement on their home floor. Boston's defensive chops were on full display in their last game when they held the Raptors to a jaw-dropping 71 points. That's the kind of lockdown defense that reminds you why they're one of the league's elite. Jason Tatum is doing his usual MVP caliber thing, and Jaylen Brown has been attacking the rim with authority. But there's a question mark hanging over Brown and Porzingis, with both listed as questionable for this game. If either or both sit, that's a big chunk of Boston's firepower missing. Minnesota, on the other hand, has been solid defensively, especially when it comes to guarding the three-point line. They're ranked 5th in the league in three-point defense, and that's no small thing when you're up against a team like the Celtics, who can light it up from deep. The Wolves haven't been putting up big numbers offensively, though, and that's a concern. Anthony Edwards has been a one-man wrecking crew, but he needs some help. Naz Reid's been solid off the bench, and Jaden McDaniels has had his moments, but consistency has been an issue. Their first meeting back in November was a nail-biter, with Boston eking out a 2-point win. The Timberwolves did a great job holding Boston to just over 42% shooting and limited their three-point barrage. If they can replicate that defensive effort, they'll have a real shot at pulling the upset this time around. Boston's been shaky coming off wins this season, which is a weird stat for a team this good. They're just 5-18 against the spread after a victory, and that's got to be in the back of their minds. Add in the fact that this is the shortest road spread they've faced all year, and it feels like oddsmakers are giving Minnesota some respect here. I'm feeling like this could be the Wolves' night. They're catching the Celtics at the right time, with Boston dealing with injuries and a bit of a slump. Anthony Edwards is the type of player who can rise to the occasion in a big game like this, and Minnesota's defense is built to frustrate Boston's shooters. If they can keep the turnovers in check and find some extra scoring from guys like Reid or McDaniels, I wouldn't be shocked to see them take this one outright. I'm rolling with the Timberwolves to cover the spread, and who knows, they might just steal the win. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Los Angeles Clippers and Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Los Angeles Clippers are set to square off, and this one's got the makings of a statement game for both squads. OKC has been nothing short of unstoppable lately, riding a 12-game win streak and sitting pretty atop the Western Conference. With a 27-6 record and a nearly flawless 14-2 showing at home, they've been laying waste to anyone who dares to step onto their court. This team isn't just winning, they're crushing it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing out of his mind right now. Last time these two met, he hung 45 on the Clippers, and you can bet he'll be looking to run it back. SGA thrives against his old team. It's like he's got a little extra something to prove every time. Isaiah Hartenstein has been huge on the glass, filling in while Chet Holmgren rehabs his hip. And let's not forget how dangerous OKC is at the line. They get there often and make you pay. Add in their defensive prowess, and it's no wonder they're steamrolling the league. On the flip side, the Clippers are trying to pick up the pieces after getting embarrassed by the Spurs. That 122-86 loss snapped a 3-game win streak, and it's got to sting. This team has shown flashes of being a legit threat, but consistency hasn't been their strong suit. Norman Powell has been a bright spot. He's having a career year, dropping over 24 points a night. James Harden is settling into his role as the floor general, and when his shot is falling, it opens everything up for LA. Ivica Zubac is a guy you can't overlook either. He's been a double-double machine and anchors their defense, but he'll have his hands full with Hartenstein in this one. The real issue for LA, though, is turnovers. Going up against a Thunder team that feasts on steals? That's a recipe for trouble if they don't tighten up their ball security. This game is also the third in 4 days for the Clippers, and that kind of schedule can wear on a team. Kawhi Leonard is close to making his return, but he's not expected to suit up here. Without him, LA lacks that extra punch they'll need to hang with the Thunder. They've been decent on the road, sitting at 8-8, but this OKC squad is a different beast. All signs point to the Thunder taking care of business again. They've got the momentum, the home crowd, and the firepower to keep this streak alive. I see SGA putting up another monster performance, the Thunder dominating in the paint, and their defense locking things down. My call? OKC wins, covers the 9-point spread, and we see the total points push over 217.5. This team is rolling, and I don't think the Clippers can slow them down. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Philadelphia 76ers and Golden State Warriors. The Philadelphia 76ers are rolling into the Bay Area for a showdown with the Golden State Warriors, and this one's got the makings of an intriguing battle. The Sixers have been heating up lately, riding a solid 8-2 record in their last 10 outings and stringing together 4 straight wins. They even knocked off the Celtics, 118-114, in a nail-biter that reminded everyone what this squad can do when they're locked in. But let's be real, it's not all smooth sailing for Philly. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back after a tilt with Sacramento, and Joel Embiid has been sticking to his plan of sitting out those games. His availability could swing this one big time. Without Embiid, Philly's game plan shifts. Tyrese Maxey has been balling out, taking on the scoring load, and Andre Drummond has been a beast on the boards, giving them second-chance looks and some grit in the paint. Still, you can't replace what Embiid brings, a walking mismatch who can dominate both ends. If he's a go, the Sixers' chances of keeping this win streak alive will skyrocket. If not, it's going to take a team effort to get the job done against a Warriors squad desperate to turn things around. Golden State has hit a bit of a wall. After a hot start, they've cooled off, dropping 4 of their last 5 games. The Cavs put them through the ringer in a 113-95 loss, and December hasn't been kind to this squad. Stephen Curry has been carrying the load as usual, but he had an off night last time out, putting up just 11 points. You know he's itching for a bounce back, and when Curry's cooking, it's a whole different ballgame. Jonathan Kuminga has stepped up as the second option, but the Dubs need their depth and ball movement to shine if they want to snap out of this funk. The Warriors' defense is going to have its hands full, especially if Embiid suits up. The big fella is a force in the paint, and without a solid counter, it could be a long night for Golden State. Draymond Green will have to be at his defensive best, but his offensive struggles lately don't make things easier. The Warriors' best shot might be to push the pace, spread the floor, and let their shooters get loose. They've been solid from deep, hitting 35.9% of their threes, and that could be their ticket to put the Sixers on their heels. The Sixers have been shaky against the spread this season, but they look much better when Embiid is in the lineup. The Warriors, meanwhile, are just 7-9 against the spread at home and have only won one of their last 5 games. That said, they've had Philly's number recently, winning and covering the spread in their last 3 matchups. History's on their side, but they'll need Curry to do his thing and the supporting cast to step up if they want to defend their home floor. This matchup feels like it's hanging on a razor's edge, with everything riding on who actually takes the court. If Joel Embiid doesn't lace up, the Warriors should have the juice to outrun a Sixers squad that's running on fumes. But if Embiid does play, we're talking about a completely different ballgame. I'm leaning towards the Warriors in this one, and it's not just a gut call. The trends have been leaning their way. While Philly used to dominate this head-to-head, the script flipped in their last 3 meetings, with Golden State not just taking the W, but also covering the spread every time. I've got my chips on the Warriors pulling this one out.